Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I bring on a guest that I had on in the past, and I liked them so much I had to bring them right back. So today I have Dr. Lori Haddad on the line. She's a physician, consultant, and author. Lori, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much, Adam. I'm just as excited to be here as you are. Thank you for having me again.
So excited to have you back, and I wanna catch up. It's been quite some time. I mean, since we last talked. I mean, you have a book. You're always. I can't keep up with you. So where do you want to begin? What kind of projects are you working on?
Well, so my last time that we talked, I think we ended the conversation after mentorship programs. How great those are! But my father and I, who really is an American hero, and I consider him an American legend. We wrote a book. We proved that he's possible even after surviving World War II as an Iwo Jima Marine and open heart surgery 20 years ago, actually, and then multiple strokes over the last decade. You know, no matter what disabilities you have, or even if you can't hear or see as great anymore, or talk as fast as you or I, or walk as fast, you still have, some other capabilities that are great and tapped into. I guess the whole thing about your gifts and talents that you're so given from God.
And that's amazing.
That's what we worked on in the book called I'm Possible.
Let's get a little bit further into the book. So first, the full title.
I'm Possible: The Mediterranean Diet Lebanese Cookbook. And on the front, it has Ayob David Haddad, World War II Iwo Jima Marine. And a picture says 1,000 words. My dad just wanted the front cover of Raising of the Flag. And if you look it up online on the military section of, Barnes & Noble or Amazon, it pops up even under Iwo Jima. But also, it's available. We've had 2 book signings. It's been pretty fun.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting! How was that? How was that experience putting together a book with your father? Because I put together a lot of books, but I haven't really done any with any family member, let alone a parent.
Well, so it's awesome. With everything that happened this week in the country, with this horrific tragedy, with this helicopter crash, it really hit home. All those parents on the plane were not only mentors in so many ways to so many people globally, but also within their own families, the relationships that they had with their children, and especially, of course, Kobe is always the one that is talked about the most, but all of them had such an important part of society and of life, and especially within making family matter. And the relationship between Kobe and his daughter just struck home with me. That bond that they had was so close with my father and I, 2 American legends. Kobe impacted lives in so many ways, and his dash, or his time here on Earth, was a lot shorter than my father's, and I'm grateful to still be telling a story. But he's, Kobe and the other people still have a story, and they've impacted so many lives because their integrity mattered, and their passion was in perseverance and not letting obstacles come in their way, no matter when people try and destroy you, I think. So their identity was very solid.
Let's talk a little bit more about identity and what that concept means to you, because I think it's interesting. I don't think it's something that we think about enough. So we obviously talk about some of the more, I shouldn't say artificial, but the more popular terms like, the influencer thing or thought leader and all this. But I don't think like identity, because that comes from the self perspective. So first off, what does that mean to you?
Well, to me, identity is not in people or job or title, but to me, my identity is really in eternal security, which, the term, what is your ROI, or your return on investment? My return on investment is in my eternal life, and my heart is where where my treasure is. Nothing else really matters. I can't serve two gods. I can't serve money and God because it never works. So I think by keeping things in perspective and realizing that perspective matters, all lives matter, people matter, diversity matters. You know, everyone wants to be diverse and inclusive, and actually God created us all to be. We are all diverse and inclusive of each other, and there is no you have to have clear boundaries, but there's no discrimination. Everyone is included, no matter what color you are, no matter what your job is, no matter what race you are or ethnicity, no matter if you went to college or not. I mean, here's two American legends, Kobe and my father. My dad quit high school to give his life up to lay down for others. I mean, not many people besides soldiers and officers will lay their life down for others, besides, Jesus, for those of us who are believers. So I'm talking to a wide audience, and I think everyone is very cautious in what they say these days, and there's something to be said about truths and post-truths in such a confusing world, and especially now after such tragedy has hit the nation, and people are saying, why could this happen? And we don't have all the answers, but, I don't think Mother Teresa ever received hate mail on being too loving. I think love matters. That's so important.
Well said. Well said. Lori, I want to switch it up a bit. So, what anything going on the physician side? So, in your practice, if you want to talk about that at all and what you've been up to there.
Sure. So, I have changed from being really a PC, a private corporation, to an LLC because I have decided over 26 years of private practice that I would rather just be more in a consulting type of a role. And so that works great. I still see patients on a part-time basis, but then I consult for doing medical consulting for insurance companies. Well,
that's exciting. That was a switch up since our last conversation. That's great. And so what kind of clients are you working with? You said like insurance companies and who else?
And so some insurance companies, insurance claims, and disability, medical, things like that. But it's reviewing medical charts. And also then I worked as a temp really researcher on a project with a temp agent for the past 6 months. That job just ended, actually, and that was doing Google collaborative health research, which was pretty fascinating. And that's about all I can say about that. It's pretty confidential. But it was the most amazing experience, and I'm very grateful and honored to have been part of that team. Really, truly, was diversified quite a bit of different things that I never knew I was capable of, and just got recruited to do. So it was quite exciting.
Oh, that's awesome. That is exciting. Well, I do want to get back to I wanted to check in on you and see what was going on that side. But in terms of the book, so let's get back to that for a moment. So if somebody wants to go out and purchase this book, how do they do it? You said it's on Amazon or where else? And what's the name? Let's get the name out there again, because I know people are in their car right now, or they're in their office, and they're like, and they didn't go to Amazon yet, so I want them to go to Amazon and grab this book. So the name, please. Right.
I'm Possible, The Mediterranean Diet, Lebanese Cookbook by Ayoub David Haddad. Awesome. And it's really, he shares his minute-by-minute account of his role in Iwo Jima, the 1945 battle that really changed the course of World War II and American lives forever. And it's really a masterpiece because the whole premise is based on I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, Philippians 4:13. And it's every one of his secrets in his most wonderful recipes, Lebanese cuisine, which is so healthy. So it is amazing. It's like 2 books in one. There's 45 pages from the D-Day Museum that is in there, an oral interview. You will need tissue to get through it. It's amazing, really. And it's all packed into one book. But I really found out a little bit more about my dad last night, if you can believe it. I totally forgot that he was bullied in school, so that really didn't let that define him. And he took up boxing. He was taught boxing, and he would box at Fairview Gardens in Detroit, practice at Kronk's gym, and he was such a just a a stealth, like Rocky, like Kobe, like the athletes, and he never gave up. He would win so many things, and he bought his first car, Ford, and then he gave everything away and quit high school and enlisted in the Marines just because he knew he wouldn't come back alive. But God had a plan for him, clearly.
Wow, what an amazing story. So, yeah, and I'm looking at the cover on Amazon right now. I'm Possible, the Mediterranean Diet Lebanese Cookbook. That's awesome. Well, hey, Lori,
yes, and
really
Barnes & Noble has it, and Christian Faith Publishing. Yes, Barnes & Noble. It's available online everywhere.
Well, hey, Lori, really appreciate you coming back on the show, and great to catch up, and so happy to help you promote this amazing book that you and your father put together. So great stuff there. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, then make sure you subscribe there. Leave us some comments. Love to hear your thoughts on it. And Lori, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Adam. Once again, I appreciate being a guest. Thank you. Have an awesome week.